Well, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself.
So my name is Julia. I come from Spain, but I live in Rotterdam in the Netherlands. I'm a dancer. I did ballet for many years and then contemporary dance. And lately I've been modeling quite a lot. I started modeling for live drawing sessions and then sometimes for nude art photography, and lately I'm doing quite a lot of photography projects and experimenting with different topics and collaborating with different artists.
Do you want to talk a bit about how you got into nude modeling?
It was just by chance. Like, I saw someone of my dancer friends that had done a live modeling session for a live drawing class, and I was curious about it, so I went as well to try it out, and then I really liked it. It was like a meditation, and for me it was like a performance. I felt like I was performing for this audience, that they were sitting there but they were not passive, they were also active in creating something, and I really enjoyed it. So I took the contacts of the artists who came to the live drawing session, and then I went to some artists privately to model for them, and that's how I started.
What is your driving motivation behind creating this work? What do you enjoy most about it?
What I enjoy most about it is to learn from myself, to how I am, and to see how I change through the time, because I've been doing it already for 4 years, and I see like the different way that I pose, and also just simply accepting myself, and this is me, this is my body, and I don't need to belong to certain aesthetic line. Or
And what do you feel is the role of nudity in this? Do you feel that that's an important part?
yeah, definitely, to be uncovered and vulnerable, and not vulnerable but like uncovered without mask, like showing who you are, and without shame, and being naturally you. And
Do you feel that that is also something that impacts others? The way that you show yourself with this nudity, do you feel that it impacts others?
I hope so. Like, I hope to bring awareness that nudity is not something to be ashamed of, or nothing sexual or aggressive. I mean, sometimes it can give an impact and can make you think of something that it's not what I want you to think of, but just to normalize nudity and to not be shocked by, oh, a pair of nipples, you know. And
Do you feel that people have a lot of misconceptions about that?
Yes.
What kind of misconceptions do you face a lot?
I don't know, people might think that I'm like having a lot of sexual activity, for example, just because I'm naked a lot, and that has nothing to do with it, you know.
What do you fear that people think?
I don't fear anything. I don't care what people think.
Okay.
At this point, maybe at the beginning I was a bit more conscious about, people are seeing me naked, what are they gonna think? But now I don't fear anything, because what they think, it's theirs, it's not mine.
Yeah. Do you feel your body image and the way that you see yourself has changed because you're doing this?
Yes, definitely. As a ex-ballet dancer, I was very conscious about my line, my belly. I was always looking at myself in the mirror, like profile, and I should be flat and all this. And now I really just enjoy my belly rolls and my curves and my lines, and it's like, this is beautiful, I don't need to hide it, and yeah.
But do you feel that you still have insecurities about how you appear physically?
Of course, I mean, we always have little insecurities, or we compare ourselves with someone else, or think like, yeah, this person is more beautiful than me or whatever, but that doesn't mean I don't love myself and I don't accept my body how it is. And
How do you deal with it when those insecurities come up?
I think of a cat and like I am a cat and I just cuddle myself and like who cares.
Do you have some career goals, and how do you see what you do, your nude work, how do you see it developing in the future?
I see myself doing this forever, really. Like I would really love to see myself growing old and keep modeling and for different artists, drawing, painting, sculpting, photography, and also organizing myself sessions and maybe mentoring other models to do this. And I think it's really opens up a world, and it's great as a therapy as well for your self-confidence and self-esteem and everything. And also combining it through with movement and dance and like dance movement therapy, modeling therapy, something like that. Yeah, I think it's very important to be aware of your body and being in your body to heal and to connect with your body, mind, spiritual self. And creating art in all the ways creating is always healing, and I think I would love to go into that direction in the future.
Yeah. You talk about mentoring other models. If you could give advice to models in general, but especially models that are starting out, what would you tell them?
Yeah, it's so many things. I don't know where to start, but do not have like a fixed idea of what a model looks like. Like anyone can be a model, and you don't have to pose in a certain way to be a good model. You can just be yourself and pose however you want. Like if you want to be ugly, be ugly. If you want to be pretty, but you don't have to follow any certain path or...
How do you stay safe at shoots, and how do you recommend other models? What should they do to be safe for themselves?
Yeah. Tell a friend where you're going and the location of the shoot, the time, so in case something goes wrong, to give a call or something. Have a good communication with the photographer before, and to have the vibe of like, is this person reliable or safe? And there are certain key words or something that when you hear that from a photographer, it's like a red flag and you shouldn't maybe go. For example, if they ask personal questions about like, are you in a relationship or things like that, it's like they don't care. Why are they asking that? No, so that's a red flag. If you hear something like that, for example, just have all your antennas aware.
And the other way around, what are some things that photographers do at shoots that make you uncomfortable and that you would recommend new photographers to definitely not do?
Well, no touching. That's rule number one. You can let me know how to change pose describing it, and you don't need to come any closer or touch, because that's certainly uncomfortable, especially if I don't know you at all. Yeah, about the personal questions, don't ask personal questions, or don't tell me about your life. Like, you know, I'm in an open relationship and like, I don't care. I mean, we can talk about it maybe later after the shoot when I'm dressed and we are having a tea, but while I'm naked and in a vulnerable position, don't talk about these things, because it makes me think that you're thinking on something else than shooting, and that's not comfortable.